Governments, head of service, youth justice workers, social workers, guardians, foster carers, and all those involved in frontline service delivery have obligations placed upon them to deliver the rights laid out within the 42 articles of the UNCRC. Using the UNCRC as a foundation provides youth justice teams with a values framework that supports and guides the adults, permeating the whole ethos of the setting, and promotes a child rights approach. This simplified summary covers the articles of the UNCRC that may be viewed as important to those working in youth justice teams with children and young people. However, it is important to remember that all the articles are relevant to children and young people. Article 12 is also described as a gateway right. Without the right to be heard, children and young people will often find it impossible to access their other rights. The youth justice system was set up under the Crime and Disorder Act 1998. Its aim is to prevent young people offending and re-offending. The youth justice teams are required to have particular regards in their work to the rights of children and young people at risk of having their rights infringed. The youth justice team see the individual as a young person first and an offender second. There are 7 national standards that organisations working with children and young people should aim to meet, which support Article 12. These promote the participation of children and young people in making decisions, planning and reviewing any action that will affect them. The National Children and Young People's Participation Standards help organisations measure and improve the quality of the process of children and young people's participation. By filling in a self-assessment form online, it can help them ascertain how well their current participatory practice is doing against the National Children and Young People's Participation Standards for Wales. This in turn will help them to plan strategically, be more accountable to children and young people, provide evidence of the participation that is already happening in their organisation, plan for improvements where there are gaps, provide services which are more effective and efficient. Many of those who work in the youth justice teams will feel they automatically take a child rights approach in their work, and they work from a young person-centred perspective. However, it is important to ensure that knowledge and understanding of the UNCRC or children's rights issues is embedded in youth justice work and its practice. What many don't realise is that if they're working within the youth justice sector, they may already be adopting the principles of the UNCRC and have been for some time. The UNCRC and the rights of the child are embedded within the Children's Act and Social Services and Wellbeing Wales Act 2014.